Bless the Lord, family of God. It's Minister Anthony Curtis right here in Killeen, Texas. Just want to take a couple minutes of your time and talk to you on this video message titled, Fear Not. And I'll be talking to you from the book of Matthew, chapter 8, verses 23 through 27. I'll be reading it out of the King James Version. This is what it says in Matthew chapter 8, verses 23 through 27. And when he was entered into the ship, talking about Jesus getting into the ship, because previously he just told his disciples, let's get into this ship and go to the other side. His disciples followed him. Verse 24, and behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea, insomuch that the ship was covered with waves, but he was asleep. That's saying Jesus was asleep when the storms began to beat up against the ship. In verse 25, and his disciples came to him and awoke him, saying, Lord, save us, we perish. And that word perish is die. They begin to panic in the midst of the storm, thinking that they were going to die. And this is what Jesus said in verse 26. And he said unto them, why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. Jesus rebuked the storm and it went away. And this is what it says in verse 27. But the men marveled. That means that they were shocked. They were amazed at what just happened. But the men marveled, saying, what manner of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him? They were shocked. And listen to me, my brothers and sisters, we don't want to miss the piece that Jesus was in the boat with them. He was asleep in the midst of the storm. Jesus wasn't worried. Jesus wasn't panicking in the midst of the storm. So why should we? Even though the disciples had experienced and witnessed many miracles in the past, they still panicked in the midst of the storm. As experienced sailors, and they were experienced sailors because they were fishers of fish. That's what they did as an occupation. They knew that when the storm came, it was dangerous. But what they did not know is that Jesus Christ could control the dangers and the storms of nature. And I want to say this, my brothers and sisters, and then I'll be done. Once we realize who God truly is, then we can realize that God can control the storms of nature and the storms of the broken hearted. What am I saying to you today? Is to fear not. Jesus is with you. Have faith in God. And what God is wanting us to know is when the storms hit your life, it's not the time to panic. It's not the time to be afraid, but it's the time to pray. Because my brothers and sisters, we have the power, we have the authority to rebuke the storm ourselves without waking up Jesus. We just have to have faith in God and pray and know that Jesus is in you. And if Jesus is in you, that means he is with you. So fear not, pray, and have faith in God. Y'all be blessed, and to God be the glory. And never forget that it is all about him, Jesus Christ.